So in the last class, what we had a discussion stating that how we can create a table and how we can create application scope and how we have used it. So this is the work order is the scope, and today we will create a few more fields. So here what we have created yesterday. So here we have created a few more things. Today we will add a few more fields like UAT details and like for example, a company is onboarding, we have to do certain things. So if a request is coming, they have to do the development and UAT and the production live, the deadline, and they have to add a certain field to the system. Now this is a closed, cancel. These are all one. And today I will add one more field here, the date field. So right click if you want to add a note field, right click, configure, go to the form layout, like so so development so get it tested. So and also I will give that as a date field. So date field is nothing but it will give the date, and also I'm just starting total hours. So since it is hours, we can use a decimal or you can use as a. So I'm just making as a decimal field so that what happened it will accept the one and you will test it and test hours. We just use this one. Now we just added these two fields. For example, the company is Acer. See here, if I open incident and draft, you can select a unit test date and all things and how many hours required. For example, 5.50. Here we can see it. Now here, what happened is so whenever if I selected CSM, I just want to see the case and account. Or if I selected because those are the CSM modules. If I selected HRSD, it comes with the uh, HRSD is not given. Okay, that's okay. We'll add one more choice, so that's okay. So here and if I selected this one ITBM, it will come as a project and resource. And if I selected as ITOM, that should be orchestration and the event management. And if I selected ITSM, it should be incident and the problem. That is the basic fundamental of this one. Which means here what happened, this module field is depending upon the application field. That means if the module is selected, if the application is selected, only the respective applications has to show it. That we can do it. That we can do the same here. Now what I am going to do is I just want to make this field is a what we can say. I'm just saving. Go to the configure dictionary. So this is a scope what we have seen it. And see, since if you want to make the choice, I'm just going to here advanced view. Just click on that advanced view. So if you go to advanced view, here we have a section called dependent field. I think still it is loading. So in that dependent, so it was depending upon the which field. So if you click on the dependent field, just click on the dependent, and it was depending upon the which field. Just go to here application and update it. Now what happened? We just let's check how it is working. If I go to the CSM, it's not showing nothing, and if I go to the HRSD, it's nothing. So till now, what we have done, whatever. So whatever the module, so we just informed the system this module field is depending upon the application field, but we have not saying that for which one has to we need to configure. So if you want to configure, right click, go to the configure dictionary, and just you can leave it, click on leave. Now, so here we have option called dependent. So what is the dependent value for that backend echo? What is the value given? For the account, we have given as a CSM. So for that, in that application field, what was the one we have given? For that event management, we have given the backend value ITOM. So we can use the same values. So if you want to, we can check that values. Let's check. For that incident, we have given as a ITSM, and if the orchestration, since it is belong to ITOM, we can give as ITOM. So these are the backend values which was given for that. For other, we can give as other. Already given as other, and problem is ITSM, and project is belong to ITBM. And I'm just adding one more choice. So for that one, we are giving HR, backend value is HR, and it was depending upon the HRSD 1000. So if we open this one now, see what are the tests we required. I'm just going to CSM and see if I open CSM, only this case and account is visible. Or if I make as a HRSD, it should be HR is visible. And if I selected as ITBM, it should be selected project and resource. And if I selected ITOM, it was showing as orchestration and event management. If I selected ITSM, it was visible incident and problem. If I selected other, it should be other will be displayed. So this is the basic thing how we can configure the same here. So this is very good, fine. So we did it. So we don't have any issues. So whenever if I using this one, if I am going to write a record, so if I save this, what happens? It will save. can we understand this belong to which record? Who is the company? Who is the user? So who are the facing this issue? Obviously, we don't know. So that means at least one field should be we can make a mandatory because we have not informed the system. At least one field has to update it. So if that is not done, what we have to do is just go to the configure dictionary. Here we have an option called mandatory. If you want to make a mandatory and save update. If you make a field mandatory, so at least one field should be updated, or else if you are trying to save it, it throws error. The following fields are mandatory. So what are the fields? Company. That means the user has to enter it and it has to do the same thing for it. So this is the basic scenarios. We'll check this one. So like this we can make it unstate. We have to all this one. We can configure the state on this one. And also, so I just want to add a few more fields here. What are the few more fields? So I just want to uh, what happened? I just want to add one more section. Section in the sense when you click on the section, you just want to create the team. So here, what happened? I just want to create a section here. Right now, we are in the default section. So if I am going to this one, the development section. So I'm just adding. So the development, what I'm doing, I'm just adding a one more field, like client URL verified. URL verified. I'm just making it as a true or false. True or false is a checkbox. I will show you what happened. True or false, the checkbox, and also I'm just making a development lead for this. That means who is the developer for this one. So I'm just for this one, and also I'm just making this one as a reference field. So here what happened, I'm just making this user and adding. So development lead we have done, and total hours. So that means total how many hours required for this one. So since it is a hours, I'm just making this field as a decimal, and also I'm just making one more field called update set name. So I will tell you what is update set and what is the purpose of it, and I'm just making as a string field. So medium and add this one. So these four thing I have done it, and also if I am going to save this, it will create a section for this. Oh my god. Okay, I think this field is already there. So this is the development section. So if I open this one, how many hours required, how many this one, this is the basic thing. Now what we have to do is this is the development. I just want to, that means add a UAT testing. UAT testing is nothing but the application has to test for the same thing here. Now, what we have is we just want to create a radio button is nothing but checkbox, right? We have to select one. Yeah, yeah, I will tell you. So, 1 minute. I think I have forgot. This was true or false. I'm just. It was by default. It was selected to different. So you are saying that list of one button means something. If you see this application is a drop down, you can select one bar option, right? No, no. See, no, no. I'm not. See, if you selected CSM, whatever you have configured backend, only those options is visible here. No, no. I hope you got it or confusion. Okay, they were showing 4 to 5 checkboxes, and that you can only select only one, right? No, that I think we cannot possible here. That's what. If you want to, we can mark it as a. You can create a multiple choices here. What so multiple checkboxes like this client instance verified. So whatever you want, you can select it. That's right. So this is the development details. So next, whatever we have D need, and also here the development lead here. What is the field type is it? Reference. Here, I'm sorry. Whenever if I see, it was showing the all the users. Okay, but here whenever the user is selected, I just want to display what are the records which was sorry, who has the ITL users. So if you total how many users it right now, it was visible around how many, it was 623. I just want to show it whoever the user. So here there is an option called reference specification. See here, just click on the advanced view. Whatever you are seeing the reference, that is a which table we are referring to the system. Now here see, this is the reference. What is the table we are referring? And here the reference qualifier. The reference qualifier is nothing but what is the reference we have to do it. So there are three types of reference qualifier. First one is the simple, second one is the dynamic, third one is the advanced. So that means if there's a simple, so it you have to write, you can write a condition. I'm just making active is true, and uh, I'm just writing role is ITA. So here what we have done is whatever the roles we have done it. I'm just going to update. See, if I open, see how many it was showing right now? 48. Earlier it was showing is 60. Like that, we can write a filter condition. Whatever we want, we can write a filter condition so that the records will not completely, that we completely think whatever we want to display, we can display the same thing to the user. Now, or else if you want to, we can change that configuration. So, for example, ITAL, and here I don't want to give as a ITL role and update. I have not given. So if I have not given, let's see how many it was visible. Around 622. That means whoever the user is active, it will be visible here for the same thing here. So that is the one thing we can discuss. Now the next step is here. Now see, I just want to add one more thing. This is the development, and we want to display the testing also. Testing is nothing but, for example, if you're working anyone, so we want to do the testing for it. If you want to do the testing, what we can do is we can go for right click configure. Again, I'm just creating one more section called testing details. So I'm just going to testing details. So what we are going to here. So here we just want to I just want to create the testing details. That means with the UAT tester and UAT test end date, UAT testing start date. So here I'm just going to here UAT tester. Again, if you want to, we can use a reference type is a field, and here the reference is fine. Next one, that is the sys underscore the user. Sys underscore user, and I'm just noting UAT testing start date, and it is a date and field. You can add it, and comments from UAT. So comments UAT, yes, from UAT. So here I'm just making it's a string field. So if for example, we have to use the splitting concept for this one. So if I am going to here UAT test it and split is fine. Here it will save it. See, if you see this one, this will be the zigzag. So here for the development also, if you want to do it, you just right click. You can go here and go to the form layout. Again, next one. So what is this one? Development section. So in this one, we can add a begin split, split, and end split. So if you click this one, it will display the how many hours it will see. So this is the backend things how we can configure the thing. Now I next one I just want to see the only views. When I see the view, I just want to see only this details only in a view and testing. So if you want to create a view, I just want to create right click configure, go to the form one, we just do the developer view. So for the developer, we don't require if you want to by default, the system will create a default view. So we'll go to the new view. We just create a developer view. So by default, these are all will available. So what I am going to do is we are not going to give any view. So right now it was the testing view, developer view. If I am going to the developer view, there is no fields are visible. Oh my god, these are all visible. Okay, I just want to remove this one. I think this something. So right now what happened? There is no 1 minute. Default view is very good. And when come to the developer view. Okay, that's good. Okay, if you remove it will coming alone, but we don't want it. I just want to perform. I have only the few fields, so like company and the user. So what I'm going to do is, so I just want to create a show the one company, and I just want to see so update set name, client instance verified, and development lead. Who is a development lead? So I just want to see only these fields and begin split, end split, and split, where the splitting concept will be done. So we'll have something. See. So that means whenever if you see only these four details will be visible. The development. So if you go to the default view, only these will be visible for the same thing here. Now the next step here, what we have to do is I'm just going to create view here. I'm just want to create a testing details view that is from the difference there. If you want to go to right click, so till now what we have seen from the form design we have created, or else if you want to go to the form layout we have created, just go to the form design. In the form design, so in the form design also we can add the same thing for it. That means whatever here we are doing, we can configure the same here. Now that means, see, right now we are in the default view. So if you go to the developer view, it will be the same thing. Or if you want to go to the new view, which is a testing view, testing details, or I'm just making testing, testing. So right now we don't do into testing or development, we don't require. Client is as state required. So if you want to want, so what are the fields required, we can pick it from here. So the your company UAT tester and comments, right, comments from UAT tester we can add here, save it here. So now if you want to, you just go here and just reload this form. If you reload and go to that view, testing view, only testing details will be visible. So that's a big thing. And from here, we can select anyone, whatever we require for the same thing. And also one more thing, what was the value we have entered here? So it will automatically comes in the all the views. View is nothing but we just want to uh, view is nothing but we just want to understand, or what we can say, we just want to see for a particular. That means whenever if you click on something, what it has happens. Whenever if you click on something testing, what it happens. So that is a basic thing how we have to do for the configuration. So like that we can configure the views and sections for this one. I hope it clear the how we can create a view, how we create a section. So that view and section, how where from where we have seen it, we have seen from the what you called from the form layout. If you want to create a new section, just go here for go to the default view. For example, I just want to see it, and if you click on plus symbol, it will create a new section. So section something I'm just making comments something I'm just making details. I'm just making, for example, I just want to see save. So I'm just going to our default view. See, whatever we are coming, it will give the details. It is since we have not added, it will not showing. So if you don't want any section, so from here you can pick any fields. Like for example, you want to any fields here. So like so if you want to see, for example, a module. So whatever field we require, we can, if you add it, it will be automatically visible here. So that means, so or else if you don't want to remove it, you just click on here, it will automatically remove that section so that we can add it. And from the form design, what we have option, we can delete, remove the form section. But from the form layout, we don't have that much option to delete it. So this is the basic thing when you created a further one. So this is the concept how we can uh, use this tables, views, and sections concept. So, any questions till now what we discussed? Good. So, whatever we are seeing here, that is a basic scenario how we can configure the same here. Now, see, like this one, we can configure a number of things. For example, if you click on here, we can configure a number of sections and views depending upon the our requirement. So this is the concept for today. Any questions till now? Because I'm just I will. This is a very big topic. I think it's a small topic. So if you want to tell, it will take a lot of time. So that I will give a concept on this one. What do you call it? Concept is nothing but I will give you a task on this one. If you complete this one, it can be. So now just create. Just note down the task for today. Create a at least four sections. You can take any section. For example, if you're taking student, SSC section, intersection, like pastoral details, personal details, something like you can take it one. And next one, and each section, what are the sections you have created? It should have a each view. If you created SS section, it should have SSC view. And you can create a multiple fields, whatever you fields the naming convention, you can write it. And one field should be reference, one should be true or false, one should be string, and one field should be a decimal, and another field should be a decimal. After that, integer. So this is the task for today. I hope you got it. Or any confusion for the task? Still any confusion? Hello. No, please, just take an example daily what you are doing from practice daily life. Don't take any other examples from anyone. Whatever we are seeing daily, you can just take an example for it. For example, if you see a Naukri form when you're building, so how it was built, so you can try to implement the same thing in service. You know the process right there. How you can, what are the fields visible, how what are the fields validation they are doing. Like that, we can do the different steps. So this is the class for today. Any questions for today's topic? Okay. So okay. Yes, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. So I'm just stopping recording.